What's up, y'all? This your host, Jared from the Lagniappe podcast. Give me what you need in news and interviews. I know it's been a minute since you've seen me. A couple of weeks, had to take a little vacation, but we're about to get right back into it with a new guest. Um, this will be talking about technology, crypto, a little bit of everything in this episode. So let me introduce her. Her name is Aesha Nadyah. If I pronounce your name
Nadia.
Nadia, right. I
Aesha
got
Nadyah.
butchering that, but forgive me for that. So, welcome to the show, ma'am. How you doing today?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I am excellent, excellent. We got a lot of impact on this show. We're gonna talk about something I hold dear and something I've been preaching about besides stock and crypto and technology, cryptocurrency and blockchain. A lot of people need to get into it, but they are afraid or they just know anything about it. But today, after the show, you have to be a little bit more educated about it, and you might even get your chance to even get your hands dirty, investing in some crypto. All right. So introduce yourself to my listeners, please, ma'am.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you, Jared, for having me on the show. My name is Aesha Nadyah. I go by A Nadia on some of my social media handles like Facebook. And most recently, like within the last year, I've been going by Jamcoin as well, because I'm now entering into this Web 3.0 space, learning all I can, soaking up all I can on crypto, because for folks who didn't think it was the future, it absolutely is the future. The future is here. So I've been in technology for over 20 years. So I have an extensive background in Web 1.0, 2.0, and now 3.0.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You came through all phases. You know what I mean? I've been in IT almost as you. I think I've been in IT for 15, going on 16 years now. So I think I was in there in the beginning stages of Web 0.0 as well. That's what's up. So all right. So let's get into our first question.
Yes.
Why? You know what? First, let's go into why did you get into technology? Then we can get into why you got into crypto.
So actually in undergrad, I went to Marymount Manhattan College, and I was actually going to major in theater. I was going to be a director. Steven Spill something. Like I thought I was going to be the next Spike something. That's what I thought I was going to do. In fact, in high school, I was a rapper, and I was very much into entertainment. Do not ask me to freestyle right now, because that's not.
Now, actually, what's your rap name? What's your rap name?
My rap name was Princess Aesha E back in the day. Yeah, it was a 90s.
That was fine. That was a nice name. That's what's up.
Once upon a time, not long now. So yeah, I thought, I went to school. I got accepted at Marymount in the BFA program. I thought I was going to be a director, and I took one class back then in Web 1.0. I took one class in multimedia and just got hooked. And at one point I was double majoring until my workload became too much. But I just got hooked. Then I started taking Flash. If everybody remember Flash way back in the day, Macromedia products, before Adobe went and scooped it up. And it was nonstop. Then I started editing videos, learned Premiere, and I just got sucked in to technology. And it was after that, I didn't want to direct nothing other than like video stuff, like what you're doing, right? I didn't want to direct anything except unless I was behind a computer. And because I felt like I had more power and more leverage than me directing some show on Broadway. So that's how I got into technology. I just got kind of sucked into one multimedia class and never looked back since.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Cool. All right. So let's talk about how did you get into crypto? That's the hottest new thing. Everybody's it's still in the infancy stages. I think crypto only been around for what maybe 2013, 2014, something like that.
Well, 2008 is not when I got involved, but I remember I was reading an article where someone read a white paper on Bitcoin in 2008 and immediately started investing in it. I didn't get into Bitcoin until like 2018. And I was part of that crew that when bought a Bitcoin, it was like 8,000, jumped to 11,000. I was like, oh, we got to get into the dive, right? And I was like, man, forget this crypto business. This ain't going nowhere. But there were people that did not. And I wish I wasn't one of those people. I got back into it, but in 2018, I was like, man, I lost all these thousands of dollars in this thing. I'm going back to traditional stocks. Like, I was like, this crypto ain't going nowhere. But little did I know I should have given it time. Just like everything else in technology, you got to give it time, you know? And so I really got back. I mean, I had my little, you know, Robinhood accounts, Coinbase, Gemini, and I was doing a little bit of trading, buying a little token here, buying some Ethereum, buying some Bitcoin, but not really gung-ho until like last year. I really started paying attention. So one thing you have to understand is success leaves clues. When you start seeing Super Bowl ads, when you start seeing exactly when the Staples Center is now called crypto.com, I'm like, people, are y'all not paying attention? And it still ain't mainstream yet, right?
Right.
And so when I started seeing all of these clues, like I should have paid attention with Amazon, and I should have paid attention with Netflix, and I should have paid attention with Uber, I was like, there's not going to be another opportunity that passes me by and I don't pay attention to. So I've been reading, I've been on trading, I've been learning about Forex, learning about token and staking and the whole blockchain, smart contracts. I mean, this is now, and also it's making me more marketable because even in my corporate career, right? They're not into crypto yet.
At all.
I dropped a few rules in conversations with some of my clients, and they're like, "Oh, Aesha knows about crypto. Did she just say something about NFTs?" I was like, "I was like, yeah, oh, I'm way past that." So that is really, I would say 2021 pandemic and all this stuff is when I really started to buckle down and say, I really need to pay attention because there's way too many clues and mainstream don't know about it yet. I'm jumping in.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a golden nugget right there. Get into it before everybody else get into it.
Yeah, because then it's not really, you know, if everybody's doing it, then it's not as lucrative.
It's not as lucrative, exactly. So let's talk about it's all over the world. It's all over the news. It's all over the internet. What should someone do who wants to get into the crypto space? What do you recommend? Should they just go ahead and just do some research before they start trading, or should they get certified or follow someone like you? Because the people has been getting what's the word? There has been a lot of fraud in crypto. So that's why a lot of people are leery about it, because people got into it remember when Dogecoin went up. I mean, when my mama started, my mama started to ask me about that. I was like, "Oh, it's too late.
Mama?
It's too late. It's too late. It's about to drop." You know what I mean?
You first of all, you got to be judicious, right? We got spidey senses for a reason. Like my family knows me. I am the biggest skeptic in the family. I say no to everything. Even when my brother and my older sister came to me with some crypto opportunities, as soon as they said I didn't even let them finish the word. I was like, nope. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't know. And for me, they had to come. They know me. I run background checks on places to eat. Like I'm that person. I don't put $5 in anything unless I run a background check. So they know me. When my sister, who's been trading in Forex for years, when I started to see what she was doing in the space, what my brother was doing in the crypto space, I was like, well, hold up, wait. My brother started, like sending me little enticement stuff with your family so he can do it. He's like, sis, you got to get into this. This is how I'm doing. And I was just like, whoa, I really need to pay attention. So I think what's the best thing someone can do? Yes, they can follow me, but they can follow, people like you, who's exposing them to different platforms and different people who understand crypto and have been in it, who won, who's lost, and really know what things to look for credibility, stability, longevity. Don't play when it comes to your money, right? Like anything, nothing's guaranteed. Just like your job is not guaranteed. Walking out the door and coming back to the car is not guaranteed. But if you are, I'm a calculated risk taker. So anything I do, even in stocks, I make sure I pay attention and I listen to the people who've been doing it more than 6 months, a year. Okay. I need to pay attention to people because I need to know there's trust there, right? And so for me, I partner with people, not just with my family, but people they know that have been doing it for years. And so those are the people that I trust to kind of help me navigate through this crypto space. Because even though I'm proficient in it, it's still a language that I don't speak. I'm not a subject matter expert yet.
Okay.
But I'm proficient enough, like another language. If I was speaking Spanish, I can conduct myself in a restaurant, ask and place my order. So the key is finding people who are in it, who've been in it more than 6 months. Again, it's still very new for many. So 6 months to a year, but anyone over a year, I think that they've built up enough foundation that they understand. And ask them who's the inventor of Bitcoin. Ask them, do they know? Like, I mean, they're not sure if he's a real person or not. But
right. Satoshi
Nakamoto, right? So, but still, ask people if they know the basics. Like, what's the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin, or what's on the Tron network versus ask little basic clues to see how well they're paying attention. Ask them what meta is. If they don't know what meta is or NFT is, then maybe that might not be the person you want to associate yourself with in terms of information. But it doesn't mean that they're not learning. So you might just
right, because they got so many things you could do in the crypto space, like so many things.
So much. Right. Jared, do you know there's going to be a period where we can enter into a room and have this conversation in the meta space?
Yes.
Your avatar and my avatar. That's how we can plan meetings virtually in a meta space. Like instead of just looking at Web 2.0, right?
Exactly.
3.0, we are in the meta space having this meeting. I can shake your hand. I can give you a high five virtually.
Have you seen the Microsoft Halogen project?
I haven't seen the Microsoft Halogen, but I've seen some other projects where, I mean, well, we've seen how you saw will.i.am do it a couple years ago. So you knew it was coming, right? But Facebook has a plan on Meta. There's a lot of big organizations. Everyone is racing to the moon right now. Exactly. It's like, it is a race to who gets there first. And there's a lot of companies that are really trying to, crack this nut. But the thing about it is you need people who've been studying it since like 2008, 2009, not the people who just, when you have a business that you want to run and operate, you can't just get some Joe Schmo off the street who just, I know IT, Web 1.0, 1.2. No, you need someone who's been studying Bitcoin since it was first launched. You need to understand someone who knows about farming. You need to how Bitcoin is actually created, how crypto is actually created, right? With those QR codes you've been scanning, people don't even know that's blockchain technology. They just like, oh, give me my QR code. So you want to make sure you know and seek out the right people that can actually take you to that next level in terms of crypto. Okay. That was a long-winded answer of saying,
but you dropped a lot of gems on it. But can you tell, you brought it up, so some people might not know what farming is. Can you explain what farming is in crypto?
It's like creating the crypto. It's like computing power that is used to create crypto technology. And a company that I'm with now, they actually moved their farming to Dubai, where it's solar, because they might go out and create a coin. Like I can have real Jamcoin, right? But the massive amounts of computer power it takes to solve these computational, algorithms, that you by the time you pay the electric bill, your coin would be worthless, right? So you need farms that actually creating the technology and creating those codes that you send, those deposit addresses that you send to and from. Do you know how it would take to send a wire transfer? What do they say to banks? 2 to 3 days to send a wire transfer?
Depending on the amount.
Depending on the amount in the bank.
Internationally.
And some crypto from one deposit to address to another might take a half an hour, might take an hour, maybe 2 tops, depending on the network. That's it. That's how long it takes. And it's fully transparent. It's on the ledger. It's on the blockchain. So ain't no, backdating, post-date, ain't none of that. Once you send it, you're going to receive it at a certain point. And that's the power of crypto. It's like it now levels the playing field. Big banks are no longer the companies that can say, oh, you want to earn interest on your checking account? We give you 0.000.1. know, you can go and stake coins. You can go buy. You can make money off of Bitcoin today. It's like 30,000, right? So like, buy some Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a whole coin. Buy a little Bitcoin. You may make a few hundred or a few thousand in the next week or so once it shoots up. Just pay attention to the trends and look for the dips and the W's, and
Okay.
you'll get there.
All right. So let's talk about. You just talk about trading. So let's talk about it. So how would someone get into crypto trading? Because they got people that they don't even want to do stock trading. So you want to explain how someone can start trading crypto?
First of all, YouTube University is your friend. I mean, there's garbage on YouTube. You have to be mindful. But YouTube University is your friend. There's tons of material out there. Teach me how to trade. Here's the thing you should look for. Anytime someone is trying to advertise and sell you something while they're showing you the video, just skip it. And I'm not saying like YouTube advertising, because obviously that's how they pay. I'm talking about somebody that leads you down what they call a clickbait, down a funnel to go to somewhere else. Right. So a click funnel. So be mindful of that. If you're just going for information, go for information. Don't sign up at anybody's university that said they're gonna teach you how to do and then pay $49.99 a month. You just got clickbaited. So when you're looking at information on YouTube, just consume the information and be wary of the clickbait, the trails that are taking you down the path of buying something, right? And then there are platforms out there where they educate you on, how to trade, on NFTs. I'm now into the foreign exchange. So I look at, like in New York, we can't use Binance, but there are platforms like the Who Exchange. There is CEXIO for people in the Caribbean. There are multiple exchanges out there. For us in New York, we have CashApp, which it has its pros and cons to it. You can trade only Bitcoin, but then there's Gemini and there's Coinbase. Coinbase fees are like sky high, so I try to stay away from that. And they hold your money. But Gemini is pretty reliable. CashApp, if you're not moving more than 2K a day, is pretty reliable. If you just want to buy Bitcoin, start there. Buy a piece of Bitcoin. Buy $100. Buy $200. I would start there. And then start to read the articles, understand what Web 3.0 is before you go and start trading, becoming a trader. Understand what is crypto? What is it? It's digital currency, but what is it? Right. And then go in and start to read more the trends. Again, there's some platforms that'll charge you a premium to educate you and show you which one. I would say don't go for that yet. Try to inform yourself by looking at videos on YouTube first. If you want to join a platform where they charge you a premium to teach you how to trade, that's totally fine too. But I always say, you might pick up and be able to teach yourself a lot more than the platform can teach you, at least the initial part. Because the initial part is just, can I just understand what the basics are? You shouldn't have to charge me to tell me what the basics are.
Exactly. One app, I think, is it which one pays you in crypto? Is that
oh, there's so many.
The one that pays you crypto when you're learning? Is it Binance or is it Coinbase? Coinbase pays you in crypto when you inside their app. They pay you when you learn something. They pay you like a coin.
And that's think of it like rewards.
It's a reward. Yes.
Yeah. Think of it like you go to Costco, you get reward. You on your Amex card, you get points, right? You can go use it on Amazon. So think of it like anywhere. I'm a big rewards person. If they're not giving me rewards at my hotel or my airline, I need to find another place.
Exactly.
That's the shop here, right? So yeah, there's things like that they reward you for just being part of an educational platform, right? So that's look for things that kind of reward you for being there. So
exactly. And another apps I use too for trading stock and crypto. I use Webull and Robinhood. They're pretty good. They're pretty reliable. So if you
Robinhood too, yeah,
Robinhood. So if you trade stock, you can just go ahead and look on the crypto under the apps, and you can buy some right there. So, all right. So you talked about NFTs. You talked about no, actually we didn't talk about. You bought it.
We didn't talk about NFTs.
We didn't talk about NFTs. So All right. Let's talk about your name. Why Jamcoin? Why that?
I come from Jamaica, you know, so I have to put Jamaica
There we go.
some way. You see me? No make it look like something. You know, I'm from New York, so everybody think I'm Puerto Rican. You gotta be Puerto Rican. You know, we have pretty light skinned people at Jamaica, so you know. So yeah, I'm so Jamaican. Like, when Usain is like, listen, like, you don't understand. We Jamaicans, we go hard. So I love my country. I was born there, even though I was raised here. My father was born and raised in Harlem, New York.
Okay.
But my mom, the rest of my family is from Jamaica. I was born there in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. So I have a deep rooted commitment to my birth country, right?
Okay.
And so
I've been Ocho Rios. I
You've
like
been to
that.
Ocho Rios, Adrian?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there in December. But yeah, so the jam is for Jamaica, and the coin is me representing myself as, you know, my avatar. You know, and in fact, if you go on my IG, you'll see my avatar that I started to create, even though that might not be the real one in the meta world. But I use the emoji, and I basically like make these videos of me talking and dancing and doing a bunch of stuff to that emoji, which I call Jamcoin.
Okay. I like the name. I like that. Are you going to create your own crypto called Jamcoin?
You never know.
You never know.
Once I get to billion, you know.
Yo, do I look Dominican? Because every time I come to New York, everybody think I'm Dominican.
Yeah, they think you Dominican. They think I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Dominican sometimes because I do go to a Dominican hair salon. But
Okay.
I mean, it's New York and it's the
Right.
melting pot. So you are everything but what you are. People think you are. I have to even speak Pato just for even my own people. When I say, "Oh, you mean?" They were like, "Oh, you're Jamaican." I said, "Yeah, you're most careful. You never know." So even my own people be like, "Oh, you come from here?" Yes.
Okay. All right. So you got into crypto because your brother and your sister and the Forex exchange. We can talk about it for a little bit too, because a lot of people don't even, which is crazy. We use money every day, but people don't even know about Forex. They don't know about Forex exchange, which is crazy. People don't know what a PIP is and stuff like that. So you want to elaborate, break down what's a Forex a little bit?
The foreign exchange. Well, first of all, Forex stands for foreign exchange. And that's where you can exchange crypto. That's where you can exchange a lot of things. I particularly, I trade my cryptocurrency on the foreign exchange. I trade just this morning. I was trading USDT. I had basically claimed some assets on a smart contract, and I claimed it, moved it over to I use a Pancake Swap, and I'm in real technical.
You using
I'm
so
using
many terminology, nobody knows what you're talking about.
When you told me to start talking about foreign exchange, okay, foreign exchange. That's what the Forex is. You can exchange crypto and products on the foreign exchange. It's foreign. It means all of the world is coming in and exchanging. In this case, crypto. So
crypto company. You could trade what they got. You could trade the euro, the US dollar,
everything. I've been more doing crypto because I'll be honest with you, up until recently, my financial advisor has been taking care of my retirement, like my traditional stocks and stuff. He lets me play with a little bit of it. So I started building out and he was the one that was like, "No, stay away from crypto." And I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, "Let me start." Obviously, he has to. He's using traditional finance, right?
Right.
SEC, you have to be careful. But yeah, for most part I use the foreign exchange for trading crypto. Okay. But I will tell you, it is just to see. First of all, when you first open up a spot trading window, you're probably especially if you look at Bitcoin. It's just like, oh my God. The first time I looked at it, I was like, I'm never gonna figure this out. And I'm in technology. And my sister was like, "No, this is what you need to watch for. This is the order book you need to place orders in." So I was like, "Oh, I do this in stocks. Okay, it's very, very similar to stocks. Okay, this makes sense." And so that's how I got involved with it. And I think, I'm gonna be honest with you, anybody could do it. If we figured out this, we figured this out, we will figure out crypto, foreign exchanges, something everyone is gonna have to do. If you're gonna have jobs in technology, you're gonna have to learn this stuff. I mean, it's gonna get better, it's gonna get more structured, right? But now it's not structured. It's a little bit of a wild west, but
Yes,
now it's not
it is.
structured. But do you remember the internet 1.0? You remember when all these people
You talking about dollar?
buying up all these
AOL disk?
AOL days, yes. Buying up all these domains, selling it to it was. I remember building for the company I worked for, building the first website for them, and this had to be in 1999 for the company I worked for, and I was still in school full time, but I was working full time for. It was a Time Inc. company and a subsidiary, and I remember building. Writing, I was in Dreamweaver to build out.
I remember Dreamweaver. Yeah, it was Macromedia.
Macromedia product. So I told you, right? I built their first site using Macromedia products, Dreamweaver, and I remember saying, "Man, where's this internet gonna go? Like, we got flashy thing. Everything was flash back then, right?" But back to your foreign exchange question. Yes, I trade crypto on a foreign exchange. I don't really do as much more.
Okay. So, can you elaborate with a smart contracts? Because I'm starting to hear that more and more on news and internet sites now. Can you elaborate what smart contracts are in crypto?
Yeah, I mean, smart contracts is a contract. That's what it is. It's a contract that is executed by parties where all of the rules in that contract have to be executed in order for both parties to benefit. So smart contracts, let me try to use an analogy that I hear often. Think of a real estate contract, right? Think of you buying a house, right? And these are the requirements that need to be fulfilled in order for the seller to sell the house, the buyer to buy the house. Once they have been fulfilled, then the currency is distributed, where it needs to be, going to the seller or coming from the buyer. Once that's fulfilled, then you can't change the rules of that contract because it's all done in this computerized, like it's basically coded, right? So it's not like you sitting there in a law office where you sign all a piece of it. This is all in the blockchain. It's all data that's come together and has been put together to say these are the principles that have to be executed in order for this contract to be fulfilled. So that's what it's blockchain too, but all the principles or the requirements have to be executed in that contract in order for the parties to benefit. I know that sounds like what the heck, but we benefit from smart contracts. Like I have a smart contract with a company that has that's launching their metaverse, and this morning I went and claimed some assets, and then I was training someone on how to claim assets from this smart contract because they had basically it's dripping into whatever is available, like it's distributed a certain period. It's not all at once. And so I was teaching them how to actually claim the assets, how to go in and swap it using a wallet like MetaMask, and how to basically swap it, use probably Pancake Swap because the rates are cheaper there. And then they were able to go and withdraw it and send it to their exchange, cash it out and send it to their wallet. So your crypto became fiat currency all in a matter of a few moments. And when I say fiat currency, for those who don't know what fiat currency, it is the currency today. It's your government-backed currency. So if you're in the US, it's the US dollar. If you're in the UK, it is the pound. That's what fiat currency is, which is the opposite of cryptocurrency, right? Fiat is money, cash. Cryptocurrency is all digital. All right. I hope that makes sense for those.
No, that makes sense.
I understand.
Yeah, they understand. Now they can go back and rewatch it.
But you can look it up too. It's really it's something that's executed on the blockchain and it's all recorded. So it's not like someone could say, "Oh, no, we changed this and that." No, it's all documented on the blockchain.
All right. You said something after you said the smart contract, excuse me. You said Pancake Swap. Can you talk about what is a pancake swap?
It allows you to trade different tokens, and basically it allows people to come in and basically sort of like bid what who's going to basically buy, the buyer and a seller, right? So if you're trading two tokens, maybe USDT and cake is also on like two different tokens, it allows the community to come in and be able to be a part of that trade. So it's just another way to trade, but they have like a better, we call slippage, because the price is changing so fast between tokens, especially Bitcoin, right? They have a better, a lower tolerance for that slippage so that you can trade on Pancake to swap tokens. That's essentially what you're doing.
Okay.
Trading tokens. But it gives you a better, it's more cost efficient to do it as a Pancake Swap versus like on some of these other platforms that take a massive amount of fee. Coinbase.
I was about to say that.
People are like, how much is this going to cost me to buy this Bitcoin? What?
Right.
$50? Like, I don't even know how they come up with it. But yes, they have Pancake Swaps are a more cost effective way to kind of
okay. Gotcha. All right. So you've been in technology for all these years. Now you're heavy into the crypto game. So if someone wants to get in, right? I know we talked about it earlier, but do you recommend, should they get certified, go to school for like get a degree, or just learn like you did from family members, or pay someone to teach them?
Which university is teaching about crypto yet? Ain't nobody.
Like, well, they don't have no degrees, but they have some universities that do like those certificates, like cryptocurrency, crypto certificates, blockchain certificates. They don't have degrees yet, but they do have.
Here's the thing.
Certificates.
And you're asking for Aesha Nadyah, aka Jamcoin's response.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person, if it's real new, who gonna tell me about it except me? So, or the people I know have been in it for a while, and there's not that many people. I honestly would say start following people. Be very careful, because I know you said this, Jared, and it's so true. Every other day, I'm getting an inbox from somebody in some other country asking me something about crypto. And you pay attention to that. Do not click on a link on your IG. Do not click on a link on your IG.
Or if you get a message from somebody saying, hey.
Even if it's someone you know, this happened to my cousin. They stole her account because someone she knew sent her a link, said, check this out. And it wasn't that person. They basically hacked her account. Okay. So you do not need to be certified. In fact, that's the whole idea about crypto right now. It is completely leveled the playing field. Yes, it's a wild, wild west, but soak up all you can now. Information now. You should be a student right now. You should just be a student. YouTube University. Come on Jared's show. Like, listen to the people who are a part of the industry and have been a part at least for 6 months to a year. I sort of just came out big. And you can go get certified, but I don't think even people that are teaching right now have enough qualifications unless they tell you that, hey, I've been studying it since 2009. Then yes, go ahead, get certified with that person. Although I don't know what you're getting certified for, because there are not really that many jobs in crypto yet, right? So to me, you can actually go and be self-taught. You can follow people that have been in the industry. Make sure they're just giving you information. You know, if you choose to go on board with them, whatever they're doing, fine. But make sure you run background checks like I do. Make sure you pay attention, because success leaves clue. Anything you get involved in should have credibility, stability, and longevity. Those are the 3 things I look for. And even in the person who's going to certify me, how credible is this person? How long have they been doing it? You know, whatever they're teaching me, is it stable? Like, you be wise, just like you would in anything you do. Be wise, and be judicious about who and what. You don't need to be certified to go on the foreign exchange. Isn't that you don't need to be certified? Can you understand that? I don't people don't understand this. Stockbrokers need to probably go and get all these certifications.
Yeah, financial advisors, stuff like them. Yeah.
On the phone, you do not need to be certified to go and trade. You need to know what you're doing, because let me tell you something. You send the wrong crypto to the wrong address, you can say bye-bye to your crypto. So you need to know what you're doing. Sit with someone who knows what they're doing. I actually teach some of the people in my community how to just do a trade, like how to go in and buy Bitcoin. So I dedicate what I call my office hours to, you know, which is taking time out of my week, out of my busy corporate career, out of my freelance, you know, design and photography, to make sure I'm also helping other people come along, especially people that look like us. Because I promise you, Jared, they didn't tell us about Amazon for a reason. They didn't tell us about Netflix for a reason. We didn't know that. Crypto, no one has to tell you. It is there. It is like free. It's like when they said the information highway when we didn't pay attention to that. This is even more remarkable and 10 times, 100 times more lucrative, especially now if you get it into the right opportunities. And certainly if you start learning how to trade. But YouTube is your university.
Okay.
You do not need a certificate to make money in crypto.
Right. I agree with that 100%.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyway. But I think
they haven't regulated it yet. They're trying.
Right. But I think universities and colleges, they're about to start coming out with curriculum for
they're gonna have to.
They ain't gonna have no choice. But yeah. So.
And I know because you're a professor too, so you're like, I learn this stuff.
Oh, I teach my children. I say my children, my students about. Even though I'm teaching IT courses, I teach them about blockchain, just this basic stuff, and I teach them about stocks as well, because you need to know that to succeed in business. But like, we just never talk about stock trading or investing, house flipping. Never taught none of that. But never. Like,
but see, I would trust someone like you because one, you're an educator, right? You're a professor, and two, you have a platform like this that you're using to dedicate to educating our community and people of the like. They want to know. They don't have access to this. Shout out to you for having something like this, because I wish you around. Why you didn't have this when they had Amazon coming? Like, where were you?
They had the technology.
Where were you?
They had the technology.
That's what I want to know. But listen, we're not gonna miss out on this one.
Oh no!
No. Just imagine NFTs. I know we didn't really talk about, but just imagine NFTs is digital artwork, right?
Non-fungible token.
Yeah. Non-fungible token, exactly. Just imagine yourself. This is how big businesses are going to capitalize off of this stuff. Imagine yourself walking through the metaverse, right? And you see somebody with the nice Gucci bag, right? You see somebody with the Burberry, right? The virtual one.
Right.
What do you think is going to happen when you come out of the, you're going to walk yourself now, if you can afford it, right? You're going to walk yourself down. I don't care if it's Target or TJ Maxx, whatever it is. You're like, oh my God, that's a cute bag. Those are some cute shoes. Where did you get it? Oh, can't you see? Oh, I'm going to go out there because now I want to dress in the reality world. I want to dress like my avatar in the virtual world. Did you not just see how the metaverse, Web 3.0, has just been monetized? And so that is the success, leaves clues that people should pay attention to. Big businesses, Burberry, all of them, like Gucci, Ferragamo, all of them are buying up NFTs right now because they know what's going to happen. And mark my words, it is going to be crazy. It's going to be flooded. I'm a little scared because I don't know what the whole new dating world and everything is going to be like. Right. Meta, I'm a little scared of what Meta's going to bring, but like everything else, once they regulate it, I'm sure they'll make sure that it's
Most definitely. Most
protected.
definitely. All right. So, do you attend any like events like crypto blockchain events? Have you ever attended any events like that?
I was at one last month. I'm going to one this weekend. Bitcoin Beauty and she's pretty big in the blockchain space. She's
Okay.
having her crypto extravaganza this weekend. I will be there. Bitcoin Rodney had something in last December, big celebrity like mashup in Miami last year. It's starting to become the norm now. People like I went and I was teaching my team how to, crypto on their virtual Visa debit card. And so I loaded up some crypto and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go buy something on Amazon, or I bought something from Instacart. And they were like, oh, I said, yeah, I bought it with crypto. They were like, no way. I said, yeah, way. Like I just bought something with cryptocurrency. There's no fiat here, right? And so that is anywhere where I'm seeing there's some real legitimacy to these platforms or these crypto events. I'm there because I want to soak it up. And one thing I love about even this event with Bitcoin Beauty this week, a lot of the people look like us. When I'm in a room with millionaires that look like us, I'm like, hallelujah, I'm in the right space.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it feels good to be in a room where I see people like us thriving. And that, like I said, that playing field is level. And we have probably a certain amount of a window before it gets regulated, before, the government comes in and like, okay, this. But right now, soak up all the information you can and go out and earn as much as you can, because, once they regulate it, who knows? But think of Web 1.0. That's all I say. 1.0.
So, can you tell people the benefits of going to a conference? I've attended a few conferences. I mean, not crypto conferences, but just conferences in general, like personal training, technology conferences. I never attended a crypto conference, but can you tell people what's the importance of attending a conference?
So, when you went back and you asked me, how do people, get education, they get certified? I didn't even think of the conference, but absolutely. That is the place that I think you should start, especially if it's a big event. That goes to show you there's money in this. Like, right? This is not somebody sitting behind a computer, like, sign up with this, sign up, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, oh, wait, this is a big event. They put money into this. This is, at a 5-star hotel, we got boat rides that you going on. I went to one last month. They had a boat. They had, no, not a boat, excuse me, a yacht. And then they were, they rented out this big hall in a 5-star hotel. And then they also had, a brunch and like on Sundays. So it was a 3-day affair. Like, that's when people are investing into this. This is serious. This is not like people are going out scamming stuff. So you want to pay attention to that. But when you go to crypto conferences, you're going to get information about blockchain. You're going to understand what blockchain's about. You're going to understand like what NFTs are. You're going to understand like even pancake swaps and foreign exchange, and what do I do when I need to send from one cryptocurrency one blockchain to another. What happens when my exchange, because I live in New York and I can't trade this token, how do I get it? Oh, you need to find a token pair that you can trade first and then trade it there. Think of it like, I'm going to the UK, but I need to get euros. But before I get euros, I got to trade my US dollars for the UK. And when I get to the UK, I can trade my UK for euro. I mean, you can do the opposite, but just for posterity's sake, imagine if you had to go and take 3 buses to get to the destination versus 2. That's how you would do it. You would find a pair of tokens that are on the same network, trade them, and then swap it for another token, another pair, right? All of this stuff you'll learn just being around people. You can ask questions from folks and leaders who have been in this space, who are millionaires, people who are earning and learning. That's the great thing about the crypto. You can earn while you learn. And that to me was like remarkable. That's why I was like, I really need to pay more attention to this. And I can't just sit back. And I see my sister and my brother like doing all, really well. I need to. Now don't get me wrong. I ain't giving up I love my corporate career, right? But Jamaicans, we have to have 10 jobs. So
Right.
I believe in multiple streams of income. That's why I've had a business since 2005 doing multimedia. Because even though I was in the corporate world, I wanted to do multimedia. I wanted to do photography. I wanted to do video, produce videos. Like I still wanted to be in that space where I can create and help others create and learn how to create. I've done stuff with veterans where like I paired up with this company that would like give free credit recovery services to veterans, disenfranchised communities. And I just donate my time. I basically go there, I donate, my skills. So I'll create a video, I would create, some marketing materials for them. I did this recently. Oh, every year around Black History Month and also Juneteenth, I donate my services. Like I'll give away $1,500 worth of creative services, $500 this past Black History Month, I went in and donated my time to create this video reel for an African-American vegan company, food catering company.
Okay.
And so that's what I like to do. I like to donate my time and services to help other communities, but also introduce them to other things where, hey, this is new in the technology space. This is what you want to learn. And people appreciate that. So
that's what's up. I like how you giving time back to our community, helping people, even networking. That's the most important thing. People really, really underestimate networking. So with your multiple plethora of jobs and being a Jamaican,
Renaissance woman,
All right. So talk about how do you manage your work-life balance with you have full-time job, you have a side business, multiple side businesses, and then you give it back to multiple nonprofit organizations. How do you manage your time?
Even my family knows this. They got to get on my calendar. Yeah, even my family will say, they'll text me and say, hey, Ish, are you available this day or that day? They know, my own family knows that they just have to respect my time. I also do like office hours. I use calendar, what is it, Calendly? I will like send out to, people that I often share information with in my community and say, hey, if you need to book office hours with me, here's when I'm available. And I usually book a week or two out. So they have, I know I reserve this time for giving back, right? Whether it's teaching someone in the crypto space, whether someone needs help with a video. I'm working on another video I can't name the influencer, but I'm working on a landing page and video for some folks in, the influence. That's a whole nother space I forgot about. The influence space where I'm helping them with some creative work. That's paid though. That ain't pro bono.
All right. I respect that.
But I do find the time, and it's just balance. And people know you might have to wait a little bit, but when you wait, you're gonna get results. Because I'm the type of person until I'm happy with it, I won't stop until I'm happy. I am like that Forrest Gump. Like I will keep running until I'm happy with it. So they know they wait for me. They'll, if they can wait, not to say that everyone. But I balance it out. This is the time I have to spend time with my niece doing her homework. This is the time where I'm going out, me time, my spa time, my gym time. I was just like, I need to go running before
my
was like, you need to have 10,000 steps and this. So I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go run before I get on this podcast. Yeah. So I really I have a mapping list, I have a whiteboard. And even though I have calendars, I have, Outlook and I have my Google Calendar, it feels good just to write things down. I had 10 things on this list and I got through about 7 of them today. So I feel a sense of accomplishment. But it's me just writing down my MIH list, my make it happen list. And I take it day by day. I know I'm not going to get to everything every day, but I try to spend time helping as many people as I can. Even my brother overseas, he's like, I'll catch you at 6 a.m. in the morning. I was like, if I'm up, but
Right,
I
exactly.
know that's when he can talk. And that's, before it gets hectic and I have to, log into work and talk to my offshore team. But it's really just respecting your boundaries and really booking time for self-care and then giving back. And throughout the day, there's 24 hours in a day. Okay, I know we got to sleep 7 or 8.
7, 8. Most, of course, everybody say that.
But, and actually I found myself now, this is probably the only night I'm staying up a little bit later, but I try to get to bed before 11 because I find if I get at least 7 hours sleep, I'm far more productive the next day.
Right. I've noticed that since I got older, I had to sleep more hours to be more productive. I've noticed that since I got older.
Oh, yes.
You can't hang in the streets forever,
No. And I got with this trainer because I have some, not just financial goals, I have some fitness goals. And he was like 7, 8 hours.
Right. Yeah.
8 hours. This is what I want you to do. 10,000 steps. I was like, 10,000 steps. Okay. Plus my workout. So it's just balance. It's balance, Jared. Just work-life balance and find, like you do with your family, finding time. And you must take time for self-care and spending time with your family because I don't burn out anymore. I did that in my 20s. They say in your 20s, you work hard. Your 30s, you work smart. In your 40s, you work whenever the hell you want to work.
I agree with that.
What I'm about.
I agree with that.
And don't get me wrong, I still have, I need to work, right? But I find myself now controlling my schedule more. Even with my career, like, yes, I have to get things done, but I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where as long as I'm producing, the client's happy, company's happy. And I make sure that I prioritize, right? And during certain hours, like, don't be calling me, asking me crypto stuff. I got to get my work done, my career stuff done, right? So I definitely respect those boundaries personally as well as professionally. Okay.
All right. I got a few more questions for you. So how did COVID impact your your side hustles, your career? How did COVID impact that?
Honestly, not that much because my jobs revolve around a computer and an internet connection. So it didn't, well, I would say this, in my corporate career, I missed 1/4 of bonuses because they, some contracts were not renewed or whatever, but I still got my base salary, so I was fine. And I think it was just more the stress. People were a lot more stressful. And most people don't know this about me except my family. I'm an introvert. Everyone thinks I'm an extrovert.
Really? Introvert? Nah.
What they call me is an introverted extrovert. If I feel comfortable enough around you, I'm going to talk, right? But I prefer my quiet space. Like if I have to go out to a club, even when I used to go do these celebrity events, it took so much energy for me when I would go out there and I would shoot, because I would shoot because I was also a photographer. I would go out there and I would shoot, and it took so much energy. People like, oh, I gotta be at a club. No, I'm home with my close family and friends. We have a barbecue in the backyard. That's how I like my space. But for others, they need to be out there. They need to be lively. But COVID has definitely impacted me in terms of getting out as much. And so physically, I was like, I gained an extra 15 love handles. And I was just like, that's how it's affected me physically. Even if I got this Peloton back there that's just sitting there looking at me. But once I was able to get back into like my gym life, I'm sitting, it just looks at me. I'm actually waiting for them to come fix the flywheel. But I got back into my gym regimen, which because I've done like Spartan races, I've done 5-hour bikes. Like I stayed really active, but COVID impacted me, not professionally as much. It was more physically. And that's where I felt like was the biggest hit, because I was like, man, these extra 15 pounds is not cool.
I
But
feel that. I understand that.
that's how it affected me for the most part. My job,
Okay.
fortunately, I picked the industry where I work remotely.
Got
So
to love IT. Got to love
got
IT.
to love. Everybody still needs technology.
All right. All right. So since you're a person of color, have you ever had any issues? Oh, somebody child missing. Hold on.
My child missing. My
Sorry
phone's
about
on D&D, so
that. Oh, sorry about that. Somebody child missing. Um so so since you're a person of color, have you had any issues in your career or in your business ordeals? Any issues like that?
unfortunately, yes.
There we go. I knew.
You know, especially being a Black woman in IT, there's not many of me, I would say. And in fact, I stick out a little bit like a unicorn, um, because I find myself always doing more just to be, double, triple tax, right?
Right.
Now it's just become so rudimentary. Like it's so routine for me that I don't even notice. Like I just someone says do this, I'm already on 10. Like I'm always delivering beyond expectations. And that's helped me at least get noticed and some exposure, but sometimes I don't always have the right people in those places speaking up for me. But I have an incredible mentor that I've had for, don't let me get emotional now, for about 30 years almost. Which is amazing because I'm only like 30, right? I've known her since I was a kid. And can I tell you, I would not be where I am today professionally and even spiritually, because she's very spiritually grounded, uh, if it wasn't for her. And she has helped me navigate in corporate America. In fact, when
Mhm.
I'm consulting with the Lord, the next person I talk to is her and say, okay, I'm up for this position, or I'm up for this job interview, or I'm up for this, or how do I have this conversation? And the wealth of knowledge that this woman has, I don't even know if I could say her name without, put her on blast. But I'm just saying,
You can say she's my aunt.
my auntie is my mentor. And can I just say, give her flowers, because she's blessed so many people. And she'll be happy you're wearing red today because she a Delta.
Of course. So is
Um,
my wife. So is my wife.
oh, and you're right. So see,
Mhm.
both of them would be happy. Shout out to First Lady Hall, because she definitely has been an inspiration to me in the corporate sector, in the private sector. She's just a well-rounded individual, and I'm so blessed to have her as my mentor. I know I went way off topic, but
No, that's good. That's great.
that is,
Mentorship is people need mentorship.
if you want to know how to go far in life, and there'll be mentors. There'll be people who mentor you in certain roles. Your manager, your boss. There are people, but to have a life coach, because that's what I consider her. I don't just consider her a mentor. I consider her a life coach. Um, it's unmatched. It's unparalleled. Like I can't explain. I can't explain it other than shout out to Lady Hall, because I think that's one of the key reasons why I've gotten and excelled in the corporate area. When opportunities weren't afforded to me, she showed me how to make myself present, and so showed me how to put myself in the right places and how to get my seat at the table. And that has helped me in the organizations that I've been a part of. When I was laid off back in 2017, I mean, I wasn't worried because, first of all, I had a parachute package. That was great. Nice. But I had a whole year off, and I was so blessed. But that was because I put in the work, and at some point, someone's going to recognize you for your talents and your skills, and you're gonna run into some of those challenges professionally, especially people of color. but I don't use it as an excuse. I don't use it as a crutch. You know, if that door is not going to open, I'm gonna go knock on the other one, right? And until somebody opens the door. So my mindset is different, and that's how I operate, by mindset, not by what somebody else says that I can and can't do. Oh, I can't do. Oh, you think I can't do? Oh, okay. All right. That's how I take it. Like, oh, so you think okay.
Right.
I got you. That's how but yes, that is the long-winded way of saying, yes, I've faced it, but I don't use it as an excuse for keeping to thrive and to grow in an organization, especially if you have a mentor.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So where do you see the future of your many businesses on the side, and your career as well? It's amazing. I'm impressed that you're doing all this. Well, I mean, there's not enough hours in the day, all the stuff you do, but you make it work. So where do you see yourself in the future? Do you see like taking one and like getting rid of maybe some things and just focusing on one or two?
Does Snoop Dogg focus on one thing? How many jobs Snoop Dogg got? How
I
many
don't even
jobs?
know. He got many.
I want to be like Snoop Dogg. You got to have multiple streams. Snoop Dogg with Martha Stewart on one. What's the Kelly Clarkson on another show?
Kelly Clarkson. He got the cannabis company.
I just saw his drink. I bought his wine the other day when I was down in Atlanta visiting.
I didn't even know Snoop Dogg had wine.
He has wine. I don't know, Prosecco or wine, whatever. I bought some wine. Like, I want to be the person that has multiple. This is how I've been, Jared. I was the same kid that was slinging cookies on the corner in front of my house. Like, I always had that mindset of technology and entrepreneurship, even though I've been in corporate America, but I was that kid that the family came to. VCR broke, go fix it, Aisha.
Right.
Mother come to me, we need to get him mom's room to go get the change, and we go to candy store. Can you pick the lock? Okay, I go pick the lock. I reverse engineer just about everything. And so I'm always in a space of learning, and whatever I'm doing, I'm going to be learning whatever is the next big thing before everybody else gets hold of it. I feel proud when I say, oh my God, I launched the first site here. Or, oh my God, for this major company, right? This multi-million-dollar company at the time. Or in 2014, where I was selected as one of the rising leaders in women in cable and television, right? Those are probably when I won Cable Fax Awards with our web team, because we built the first site. I remember being on a call with our marketing leader at Time Warner Cable, and they were like, Aisha, Diddy's on the phone. He wants to know when his Revolt page is going to be landed, launching. One of my web team members, he coded something and something was wrong with the JavaScript. And I had to go in and figure, because he had left for the day, I had to go in and figure we were supposed to launch this page. And so they're like, Diddy's on the phone. And I was just like, tell Diddy to be up in 15 minutes. I wasn't quite sure. I was like, let me go reverse engineer this code, and I found what the issue was and fixed it and published the page. But I know whatever Aisha is doing, Jamcoin, Nadyah, I'm going to be in a space of learning, growing. I'm on Aisha or Jamcoin, 2.0. There's going to be a 3.0 of me, a 4.0 of me, right? And every single stage of my life, I'm going to continue to evolve with technology. So I don't know where I'm going to be in 10 years, other than we're going to be sitting there having this conversation in a virtual world over some sipping on Snoop Dogg's wine. That's what I'll be in the metaverse.
In the metaverse, doing an interview in the metaverse. That'd be cool, though. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be nice.
I don't think it's going to take you 10 years, to be honest with you.
Nah, I think it'd be probably maybe
3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Technology moves fast.
It's moving fast. Yeah, for sure. Just look at how it's evolved, right? I mean, I remember with my little Casio watch one day, and I said, man, it'd be so cool if I can superimpose all the stuff that they're thinking now. someone else is obviously thinking it too, but I thought of some of this stuff. I was like, oh, it'd be great to have a big screen in front of me. Like,
Exactly.
great to have a camera where I could talk to people instantly. You know, I was thinking of these things way back before they were launched, but of course I didn't have the capital to go and like
Create the manufacturer and stuff like that. Get investors. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Cool. So I got two more questions. So if someone is looking, because there are not many people like us, people who have careers, family duties, and then we have businesses on the side. So what advice would you give someone who wants to do what we do? Have a career and also maintain side businesses.
Just do it. I mean, Nike said it, right?
Nike.
You know, we can sit down and make excuses as to why we can't. We could say it's hard. I got to go to work in the morning. I got to pick up the kids. I got to, you know, go to basketball practice. I gotta. We can continue to say that and just be the ones, the worker bees, like make me and you rich, or we can get on board and figure out how we can be a part of something. And some people are not natural born leaders, right? Some people don't know how to lead, and that's understandable. I say for those folks who want to learn, think of something that you like doing. If it's baking cookies, if it's baking cakes, if it's like walking dogs, create an LLC, get the tax write-off. There is absolutely no reason why you should be doing some additional manual labor and not getting compensated and getting the tax write-off for it. You should absolutely, if you are doing something where you are donating time, you can get compensated in some way, monetize that somehow. Like I just told you, that my family will tell you, I was the one, I would go buy candy at the candy store, come home, split it up, then go knocking on the doors, neighbor houses, because I need to sell these candy bars and make my profit. I always had like multiple streams. Maybe that's just in my DNA, but I always felt like one job is not enough, right?
I agree.
One job is not enough. Even if you are donating your time, one job is not enough. Even if you have a 2 household income, something may happen, right? Have that your kid might want to go do kung fu lessons. They might want to go extra lessons, football, this stuff costs money, right?
Exactly.
Have some additional, and not everybody owns a house, so you don't have the tax write-off there. But if you own a business, you know your accountant can help you write off some things legitimately, right? I'm not telling you to go break the law, right? But there are things that we do every single day. We don't realize that these are tax write-offs. You're donating clothes, you're throwing them out or giving them to such and such. Hey, donate it to
tax write-off.
Tax write-off. Like there's so many things that people don't know. Sometimes you just have to join the right podcasts, join the right rooms, you know, and listen to people who are authentic. You know, they don't have anything to gain but to share information.
That was a great answer. Okay. So tell people where they can follow you on your social media handles, how they can get more of the Jamcoin queen.
Jamcoin queen.
Yeah, that's how
Jamcoin. I was like, there's another Jamcoin out there. So I had to put Jamcoin __ queen. I didn't realize there were excuse me, I didn't realize there was another Jamcoin. Like really?
Right.
But yeah, Jamcoin on IG, I'm Jamcoin __ queen. And on Facebook, for all us old folks that still use Facebook. I asked my 18-year-old niece, she was like, Facebook? Oh, we don't do that.
Yeah, they on TikTok.
We IG and TikTok it. And I was like, you could say that TikTok to somebody else. Okay. But yeah, and on Facebook, I'm A.Nadyah. So A is for Aesha, my first name, dot, and then Nadyah, my middle name, Nadyah. LinkedIn is going to be my full name, but again, that's all my corporate stuff that I do. Right. Yeah, IG, Facebook, that's how you can find me. Look forward to connecting with you guys.
All right. All right, y'all. Remember to like, follow, and share this episode. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you. My aunt will be so proud and happy when she sees this episode. Thank you all for watching. We out. Peace.
Peace.